Imagine lying back under a crisp December sky, the air biting just enough to sharpen your senses, and then bam! A streak of fire rips across the darkness, bright as a lantern swung in the night. That's no dream. It's the Geminids. And in 2025, they're set to deliver some of the most vivid fireballs we've seen in years. Stick around, because this isn't just stargazing, it's a front-row seat to the solar system's quiet fireworks. Right now, as we edge into late November 2025, astronomers are buzzing about the Geminids because this shower consistently ranks as one of the year's most reliable celestial events. Unlike some fleeting spectacles, the Geminids peak every December without fail, drawing eyes from backyards to mountaintops worldwide. With the moon at just about 30% illumination during the height on December 13th and 14th, visibility should be solid for most northern viewers. No full moon washing out the show this time. It's a reminder that even in our busy world, the universe still puts on a display we can all catch for free. Let's ground this in what's actually unfolding. The Geminid Meteor Shower kicks off its active period on December 4th, 2025 and runs through the 20th, but the real action builds to a crescendo overnight from the 13th into the 14th. Under clear, dark skies, you could spot up to 120 meteors streaking across the heavens each hour. Those are the zenithal hourly rates from established observations. And it's not just faint twinkles. The Geminids are notorious for their fireballs, those brilliant bursts that can light up the horizon like slow-motion lightning, sometimes rivaling the glow of Venus. Recent reports from observatories like Griffith in Los Angeles highlight how this shower's reliability stems from its steady particle stream, making it a staple for amateur astronomers logging sightings year after year. NASA's Solar System Division has been tracking these events closely, noting that in 2025, the shower's broad peak, spanning nearly 24 hours, means folks in the Northern Hemisphere have prime viewing windows from evening dusk right through pre-dawn. Down south, it's a bit trickier, as the radiant point in the constellation Gemini sits lower on the horizon, but dedicated skywatchers still report decent hauls. No major disruptions are flagged this year, no unusual solar activity or orbital shifts messing with the flow based on current International Meteor Organization calendars. That said, local weather will play its card. Forecasts for mid-December show variable cloud cover across North America and Europe, so flexibility is key. It's this mix of predictability and unpredictability that keeps us coming back. Science meeting the raw edge of nature. So how does this cosmic ballet even happen? At its core, the Geminids aren't born from icy tails of comets, like most showers. That's the twist that sets them apart. Instead, they trace back to an asteroid named 3200 Phaethon, a rocky wanderer about 5 kilometers across that's been looping the sun for eons. Discovered in 1983, Phaethon earns its name from the Greek myth of the sun god Sun, who crashed the chariot. Fitting, since this asteroid dives perilously close to the Sun, swinging inside Mercury's orbit every 1.4 years. When Phaethon grazes that solar heat, temperature spiking to around 750 degrees Celsius, the surface cracks and ejects fine particles of dust and sodium-rich material, not the ice water you'd expect from a comet. NASA's Parker Solar Probe and Solar Orbiter caught this in action back in 2023. The asteroid's tail isn't dusty debris, but a glow of sodium gas, vaporized by the sun's radiation and pushed outward by solar wind. These particles, some as small as sand grains, spread into a vast stream along Phaethon's orbit, a debris trail that's been building for potentially thousands of years. Earth plows through this stream annually in December, and as the particles hit our atmosphere at about 35 kilometers per second, slower than many meteors, which is why they linger a bit longer in the sky, they burn up in a flash of ionized air, creating those glowing trails we call meteors. The radiance seems to pour from Gemini because that's the direction Earth is facing when it crosses the path. On the tech front, observatories worldwide, from the European Space Agency's tracking arrays to Japan's upcoming Destiny Plus mission, launched in 2024 and slated to fly by Phaethon in 2028, are piecing together more about this rock comet. They're probing why Phaethon sheds material without fully disintegrating, using radar and spectroscopy to map its composition, a mix of silicates and metals baked dry long ago. It's not just trivia. Understanding this helps model how asteroids evolve, potentially informing planetary defense strategies. No grand conspiracies here, just solid, incremental science from teams at places like Princeton. On the tech front, observatories worldwide, from the European Space Agency's tracking arrays to Japan's upcoming Destiny Plus mission, launched in 2024 and slated to fly by Phaethon in 2028, are piecing together more about this rock comet. They're probing why Phaethon sheds material without fully disintegrating, using radar and spectroscopy to map its composition. A mix of silicates and metals, baked dry long ago. It's not just trivia. Understanding this helps model how asteroids evolve, potentially informing planetary defense strategies. No grand conspiracies here, just solid, incremental science from teams at places like Princeton and NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab. The Geminids don't reshape economies or redraw borders. They're a quieter force, stirring wonder on a planetary scale. Public interest spikes every December. Searches for viewing tips surge, and apps like Stellarium see downloads jump as families plan late-night vigils. In 2024 alone, the shower drew reports from over 10,000 observers logged by the American Meteor Society, a number that held steady into preliminary 2025 forecasts. It's accessible astronomy, leveling the field. No telescope needed, just patience and a blanket. The scientific community treats it as a benchmark. The International Meteor Organization's annual calendars flag the Geminids as a top event, with researchers using citizen data to refine models of stream density. No overblown reactions, but steady contributions to papers on orbital dynamics. Think studies in Icarus Journal dissecting fireball energies, clocking some at magnitudes brighter than -4, outshining full moons momentarily. Globally, it's a unifier. Reports roll in from Tokyo rooftops to Chilean deserts, fostering online communities where photos and sketches get shared across borders. Economically, minimal direct hit, though dark sky tourism in places like New Mexico's observatories sees a December uptick, supporting local guides and gear rentals. Geopolitically, zilch. It's pure sky, above the fray. Experts from NASA emphasize its role in public science literacy, with outreach programs turning showers into teachable moments on space debris and atmospheric physics. If there's a ripple, it's in inspiring the next wave of coders and cosmologists, one fireball at a time.